Welcome to the Clopen Effect, a funny retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun.
Yay.
We got all that out of the way.
Yeah. We had to have our quick gossip session.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever, but it's been like our normal week. Yeah.
It's a week. I saw you last week.
But when you go to a different state,
I know. Yeah.
It just feels like, So,
it does feel like it's been a long time since I've been here.
A couple days ago, Steve says, "How was Cass and Johnny's trip?"
Yeah.
I go, "You know what's weird? I don't think I got that many Snapchats from her. All I got was, it was hot."
It was so hot.
I go, I think she sent it and it was like 110, 102, something like that.
Well, I was laughing because Bud pointed out the one that I sent, it said like 109 Celsius. And that would be like 250 degrees
not right.
Fahrenheit. I was laughing so hard.
You'd be melted.
But we had a good time. Yeah, we went to Vegas.
Oh my gosh, it gets warm.
It was hot out there. I was saying in the evenings, it wasn't so bad. It was still 85 degrees, like was their low. But there was always a nice breeze out there.
Yeah, yeah.
So if it's 108 degrees during the day and you're like walking around, if you get into the shade and can rest for a minute and just feel the breeze, like it's not so bad.
Yeah.
Everybody says, well, it's a dry heat. It doesn't matter. It's still hot.
It's still hot.
Stick your head in the oven at 110 degrees and see if that feels good. It's hot. But yeah, and we went to plenty of places that had air conditioning, so it was fine.
So you mentioned a Elvis show?
Yes.
Where did you go for that? She was taking a sip of her little Corona Premier.
That was at it's called South Point Casino. So it's off of the Strip.
Okay.
It's a casino, hotel, show place, kind of off in the distance from the Strip. It's not right on the Strip. And that was really fun. I had never seen an Elvis impersonator.
Really?
And supposedly the guy that we saw, he is the only person that impersonates Elvis that has been invited to sing at Graceland.
Oh.
Yeah. So he was pretty good.
Like, when you say pretty good, like, did you feel like you were watching Elvis on stage?
I mean, I've only ever seen Elvis on TV.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, it was as good as that. Like, excuse me, he had the moves. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, because some of his songs have these, like, crazy, like, I don't know what you call it, like ballads.
Boom, boom,
like,
they gotta go. Yeah,
and
right.
he would, like, like, rock out. Like, I mean, he did not just, like, the legs, you get, like, the stanky leg. He didn't just do that. Like, he had Elvis moves,
Wow.
So, yeah, he was pretty good. I thought he was pretty good.
I've seen good impersonators and I've seen bad ones.
Yeah.
And Johnny Lyons, that's local here.
Okay.
They're very good.
Oh, yeah.
That's very good.
And he's Elvis, yeah.
Johnny Lyons and the Pride, I think. We've seen them a couple times. We really enjoy seeing them.
Yeah.
Steve
loves
Elvis. I think his sister went and saw Elvis live in Chicago.
Yes.
So it's kind of a history in our family. It's really neat.
Johnny's sister, Leslie, loves
Yes.
Elvis.
I believe my aunt does as well. So,
yeah.
Of course, I had to look some stuff up because
Yeah.
we're talking about this. Do you know? So these are just estimates, but how many Elvis impersonators are out there? I wonder,
God.
And it makes me wonder if he's the number one impersonated musician of all time.
Probably.
Can you think of anyone else?
So first, I want to drop this guy's name.
Yes,
because it was Donnie Edwards, the next best thing to the king.
Okay, that's
who
cool.
We went and saw.
All right.
There's got to be thousands. I mean, like professional ones or people that just dress up like Elvis,
So yeah, right.
Like
so
actually sing and stuff.
Professional tribute artists. This is an estimate from, FortWorthBusiness.com or YourQuickAdvice.com. So how many do you think perform it as a job where they actually get paid?
I'm going to say.
How would they know, though? I guess they book them. The places
right.
would book. Okay, all right.
This guy travels all over the place and books all over the place.
Yeah, wow.
He has a whole band. He's got 2 backup singers. Like, he's the real deal.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 1,200.
3,000.
Oh, my God. I was going to say 5,000, and I thought that was way too much.
Sometimes you're conservative, and sometimes...
I know. And sometimes I just blow it out of the water. I'm like, 2 billion.
Okay, but... So it says professional tribute artists, about 3,000 worldwide, actively performing as a job. Paid pros. So what's the difference here? Professional tribute artists or paid pros of Elvis. That estimates at how much, do you think? How many?
Shoot. Was I close?
Not even.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Paid pros?
Yeah. So there's like a professional tribute artist, and then there's paid pros. Maybe just like, maybe local then, right? I guess I'm thinking.
Well, I would say a professional tribute, right? Is that what you called it?
Yeah.
A professional tribute.
So a professional tribute artist, or what they call ETAs, maybe, about 3,000 worldwide, actively performing as a job. Then it says paid pros. There's an estimate of paid pros. So I'm wondering if professional tributes are Vegas.
Yeah.
But this is
like
now
this
everywhere.
guy, I feel like would be a paid pro. He's got shows.
Yes. So how about just someone you see online, or what do you think?
So it's more than the last number. I'm going to say 5,000.
35,000.
Oh my God.
In 1970, there were 250.
Get out.
Crazy.
In 1970, what year did Elvis die? I think he died in like 72 or something, 76.
Well, it wasn't the comeback in 76. We're going to find out. I should know this because we have the book.
Yeah.
All impersonators, pros and amateurs, actually some sources say 85,000 worldwide, while others have put some kind of numbers between 250,000 to 400,000 globally. But even in the 80s.
Does that just like count the people that dress up as Elvis for Halloween?
That's got to be.
It's got to be.
Right? It's got to be.
That's so many people.
There's a record gathering from the Guinness Book of World Records that in 2014, 895 Elvises recorded in one place.
Get out.
So those numbers could be right.
Like they all sang together?
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah, so we're going to find that.
Could you imagine seeing all of them walk into one place? Like, what the hell is going on?
So I'm just going to do a Golden Girls reference here because in one of their episodes, Rose accidentally uses the wrong book for Blanche and invites all the Elvis impersonators to, what is it, Dorothy's wedding or somebody's wedding?
God.
And there was a whole bunch of them, and they all look like Elvis there, too. And that was in
funny.
the 80s.
Yeah.
So,
that is
it's
so
crazy.
Funny.
It's crazy. So one user joked from Reddit, just over 100 billion Elvis impersonators, most of which we've never even heard.
No. Yeah.
Of, so
probably 100 billion.
And of course, the number one place to be an Elvis,
Vegas. Yeah.
Yep. And the zones around town.
Yeah. I was saying this guy that we saw, have you ever seen Little Shop of Horrors?
Oh my God.
Okay.
I freaking love that movie.
Finally, a movie you've seen.
Sarah would be so proud. Can you do that one too, Sarah?
So, Steve, what's his name? Steve.
Yes.
He's the dentist in it, right?
Yes.
And he kind of looks James Dean-ish.
Moran.
Steve. No, not the main guy.
Oh, okay.
Come on, what the hell? Steve Martin.
Yes.
Steve Martin.
Oh, yes.
Come on, I couldn't think of his name. He plays the dentist in Little Shop of Horrors that's dating the girl, and she shows up with the black eye, and then Rick Moranis tries to.
Yes.
Anyways, how Steve Martin looks in that dentist role because he has black slicked back hair.
Yes.
This guy looked so much like him in that role. Yeah. Because he had the big Elvis hair and the sideburns. And I couldn't tell. I was like, is that a wig or is that his hair?
Yeah,
like,
right. You never know.
Is this guy just 24/7 Elvis with that hair and sideburns? I don't know if I could.
Yeah.
I don't think I could commit that much of my life to a bit. I don't know.
I know.
I kind of hope he had a wig
on.
on.
We enjoy Halloween.
Right.
We enjoy being
one day.
Someone different. That's why Halloween is my favorite. You can be anyone you want, and no one will question it.
Right.
You can do whatever you want.
You can be
be goofy. You could be
one
Elvis.
Day. Yeah.
That's why I love it so much. But I don't know that I could take on the persona of someone like that where I'm actually performing.
You walk around every day pretending you're somebody else.
Every day.
So on Halloween, do you think that guy dresses as himself, his real self?
Right. Wouldn't that be great?
Or does he just like,
that's a great,
I'm just going to put on my Elvis costume
That's a great thought, actually. So let's just do this super quick. He was born in 1935. You know, there are some people that do not like Elvis at all.
My grandma doesn't like Elvis.
Yeah, for reasons.
She did not. Well, she said he was like so popular growing up, and she was like, "Nah, I just never really like got on that train." So
I didn't until the most recent Elvis. So
movie.
Steve,
yes,
really likes Elvis. He grew up with Elvis.
Yeah.
He said that his dad would play records down in the basement, and then when a song was done, he could hear his dad go, "Woo!" You know, like he'd have his own concert down in the basement. So there's history for him.
Yeah.
For me, never.
No.
Never. That was it was too old for me.
Yeah.
You know, I just never got into that kind of stuff. Like for me, old is, 80s or 90s rock. That's about as far as I go. Maybe a little bit of 70s because I do like Led Zeppelin and
I like the oldies channel.
Yeah, it's every once in a while.
Not all the time.
Right.
Because I really do listen to every single kind of music.
Yeah.
People are always amazed by my playlist because they're like, wait, you just had this on, now you have this on. It's like, because I like everything.
Same.
I like everything.
I think the only thing that I don't choose is country.
I'll listen to country.
Although when we were down in Florida a couple years ago, that's all we listened to. And I knew a lot of the songs because I listened to it when I was in high school. But that's the only one that maybe is
I like country too. I like everything. The only thing I don't like is AC/DC.
Yeah.
I hate AC/DC.
And
that comes from being a
not
bartender.
a Nickelback fan either.
Well, I mean, I'm not a fan of Nickelback, but I'm like, I'll let them play. If AC/DC comes on my Spotify,
you're switching it.
Oh my God, so fast. So fast.
Okay. This is just like a garbage episode. I love it. So something happened today. I don't know what kind of mood I was in.
Yeah.
But Julie and I are seeing Hosier tomorrow night.
Oh, my
Take Me to
God.
Church, that guy,
Yeah.
up in Milwaukee. So I've been listening. I would say like, hey, Siri, play, Hosier Essentials. I don't want to say it loud because my computer will go off.
Yeah.
And he does some covers.
Yeah.
And then what it'll do is it'll kind of like hop around too, right?
Right.
So then
Play
those people
similar.
might do some similar or they'll do some covers. If a cover is too slow, I can't even think of like a song right now.
Yeah.
It absolutely drives me crazy. I feel like I'm ahead of the song then.
Yeah.
Like even Dave Matthews. Now, I love Dave Matthews.
Right.
You can't tell me anything bad about Dave Matthews. I'm a huge fan. We're going to go see them next weekend down in the city. But even he has some songs that he'll play slow in concert, and I got to switch it. I was like, this is not it. It's not. And I get it. It's whatever they feel. Because artists are, they can do whatever they want. I mean, they're getting paid billions of dollars to do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
But I don't know what kind of mood I was in. But like every time if it was just one beat lower or even higher where I thought maybe they were, I had to switch it today.
No,
switch
can't
it.
do
switch
it.
Switch it. I was like, I should just
Well,
shut
I feel
the radio
like
off.
Me and you both like upbeat music, right? It keeps us going.
Absolutely.
Especially for driving
and
everywhere.
Getting home
like,
and yeah.
You need something to kind of keep you on the up and up and keep you motivated for the next place, so.
I don't know. Back to Elvis real quick. Do you know he earned 224 wins and 409 nominations, including multiple awards spanning decades and genres?
Holy cow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
First major artist to broadcast a solo concert globally via
really?
Aloha from Hawaii in 73.
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out what year his comeback was because I should know this. We have the book upstairs. I'm just too lazy to run up there.
I totally
64 maybe?
When we left that concert, I wanted to go home and watch all of Elvis movies. You know what I mean? Because the guy that was performing, he... not only would he perform, but in between songs, he would kind of tell stories like so-and-so wrote this song. Elvis wrote this song with this person or, like this was from his movies. He had 37 movies come out basically in like 2 years or something like that. It was wild. So he had like cool fun facts about Elvis too. But
that's neat.
Yeah.
That's very neat. I feel like we have a lot of impersonators around here.
Yeah.
Like, especially up in Wisconsin.
I've never seen an Elvis impersonator. So when you're like, oh, did you think it was like watching Elvis? And it's like, I've never seen Elvis live. Yeah. And I've never seen an Elvis impersonator live.
Yeah.
So I had nothing to compare it to, but I thought it was pretty good. And Leslie, who is a huge Elvis fan, was like, that was such a great show. And I was like,
well, there you go then.
That solidified it for me.
Yeah. Oh. So I did look up, because we didn't really expect to talk about Elvis.
Right.
We were just talking about Vegas.
Yeah.
Do you gamble? You don't gamble in Vegas, right?
I did.
And did you win?
I won $100.
Oh, yay! Amazing. I know the one time we went to the casino, you were like, no, right?
I really don't.
Yeah.
But I was watching these people, and they got up and walked away, and I was like, I need to get that machine.
Oh.
And I went to the ATM and I got some cash and I came back and there was a lady standing there. I go, are you going to sit down? And she goes, no, go ahead. Now you're going to win. And I was like, woo! And I won $100.
Just like one, how many times did it take you?
I probably spun it like 3 times and then got the bonus and then like bonus spins. And then, I put in $40 and then I look at what I won after the bonus. It was at like $142.30. I was like, cash out, motherfucker.
Done.
And this guy's like, you got a good woman there. She wins and walks away, while his wife is just sitting there like, just keep max betting,
I have a friend in another division. So anytime we travel, her and I like to gamble.
Yeah.
We've done it a couple times now.
You won. You won last time you were out too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
We were in New Orleans last month, and she's got a horseshoe up her rear end.
Yeah.
Okay. And so she will pick the machines, and I'll just sit next to her. I'll watch for a little bit. I'll kind of just feel it out. I'm really like superstitious, which makes me a gambler. So I try not to do a lot because I could easily blow a lot of money and be like, it's tomorrow's problem. Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Exactly. So I was watching some of these people, and when you walk into a casino, they have like foursomes.
Yes.
If you know what I mean.
Right.
Like it's like maybe the same like the pigs.
Yeah.
There's 4 machines.
In a circle.
And she told me, go where you see all the people because that's where they win, or if that's the cheap ones, and then you can play for a long time. It's 5 cents or 10. But obviously, they go up to $8. You gotta just be careful.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around, and I keep seeing like it's like colored ones now. They're red, green, and blue.
Okay.
And it's like ice guys. I don't even know what they would be called. Oh, and it's like a snowman, or like, it's kind of like a winter scene, I think, and as you win, it puts like little gems in there, and then they go
a similar game I was playing.
And they shake, right?
Yes.
So I'm watching her and I'm like, well, she's doing pretty good. And I'm sitting across from her. So hers is a little bit different, but mine's got the 3 colors, and I'm the woman next to me. Okay. First of all, I saw her put a lot of money in.
Really?
But winning. Like, how the machine takes over?
Yes.
And it, it just
you're
kind of,
bonus.
you're on bonuses.
You're on bonus, yeah.
I was like, all right. So I put in $20, hit it once, and it's going, and I only played like 50 cents on it, which I wish I would have like done the max just for the first time,
Right.
And it's going, and it's collecting coins, and you got a diamond, and we're going to play again, and go. And I'm like, I can't really tell how much I'm winning because I only bet 50 cents.
I didn't know either. Yeah.
And it kept saying credit. I'm like, okay, well, it's probably like $4 or whatever. And so then I found that there's a button on the right-hand side that will tell you if it's dollars or not quickly. Like if you hit it, it'll say how many dollars you have, and then it'll go back to credits.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a safety thing, so people know how much money you don't. I don't know. I don't know what that is. My mom will tell me. And so I hit it, and it said $540 something.
Shut up.
And I was like, cash out, and that was it. I put $20 in the machine and hit it once.
That is amazing.
And of course, like the person I was with, she was like, okay,
And you're like, well, let's go get some drinks.
I know. So I'm telling my mom and dad this story. My dad goes, oh, yeah, we totally hate you kind of people. You walk in and hit it once because they love to do that kind of stuff. Oh, gosh.
I tried to buy dinner for all of us, right? Before the show, we went to dinner.
Yes.
And I tried to buy it. And my brother-in-law wouldn't. He hip-checked me at the checkout. He was like, absolutely not. And I was like, come on, let me buy dinner. You gave us a place to stay out here.
Absolutely.
You're driving us around. They bought the show tickets, I was
so
like, let me buy
nice.
dinner. Absolutely not. Then I walk out. I win $100. And then he was like, damn it, I should have let you buy dinner.
I love that.
I'm like, you know what? I'll buy some drinks at the show.
There you
How
go.
about that?
There you go. Perfect. If you do it right, it's fun. I usually watch the 20 or, I did this time. I did bring some dough.
Yeah.
Because we planned on going. So, but usually I don't. I purposely only bring a little bit because I watch it go. I tell people I'm not very lucky, but I do have just small things. Like I feel like that was probably the biggest I've ever won, like on a machine.
That's awesome.
Where I know a lot of people have won very big.
Right.
Where I don't have that luck.
No.
That was my first where I think I walked out of a casino with money.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
You too, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to go when I was younger. I played blackjack.
Oh, see, I'm not.
They teach you.
Enough.
They teach you.
They do.
Like we would just go to the boat in Elgin. And we'd go on like a random Tuesday or Wednesday night. It'd be slow. They'd teach you how to play,
Yeah.
So And they would be like, you don't want to hit on that because then you're going to fuck his hand. And I was like, well, I don't care about him. I only care about myself, you know? And then I would bust. And then it was like a 10 and like he needed a 10, you know, next to you, you know? So you're like, oh, okay, I'm learning about gambling etiquette now. I get it. Sorry, bud, you know?
And when you go to look... Yeah. Like you just look at it like your one card, or how does that work now?
They flip both your cards over. Everybody can see your cards.
So it's just the chance of hitting it to see if you can get something closer to 21.
Yes. And the dealer, if they have, I think it's 15 and under, they have to hit.
Oh, okay.
So they have a pretty good chance of busting on 15.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, it's fun.
You got to be pretty good at math to do that, right?
No, they tell you. They flip it and they're like 10. 20, you know, like they tell you what it adds up to. You know?
I would never sit at a table by myself, but I'm guessing if you came with me or we sat together, besties or whatever, we were just having some fun, I probably could do it. I could never just sit at a table by myself.
No, me neither. And we would go, like, I'd bring like $100 of my rent money, like hoping I could double it, you know?
And would you
sometimes
ever?
I did, sometimes I didn't.
Yeah,
you know?
sometimes
so I was like,
rent was late.
Well, I'm going to work all weekend and try to make that money again, you know? But yeah, because we were waitresses at the time, you know? So,
yeah.
But yeah, you know, and I would just like, I'd spend that $100 and that was it. Like I never... Because we worked with this woman that, like, I feel like she probably went bankrupt a couple times. Like, she was an addict, like, literally. And she married this older gentleman, and they ended up moving out, like, by Vegas. And we never heard from her again. I was like, man, I don't know what happened to Mary. Something about Mary.
Something about Mary. She's in Vegas,
Mary,
maybe.
if you're out there, I hope you're doing well, girl.
Oh, man. Before we go on with this, because I did look up most famous musicians ever.
Oh, okay.
Today was weird.
Yeah.
Today was a weird store day.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so first it's a holiday, so it was a little busier.
Yeah.
Because no banks, no mail, right? I think, or something.
Yeah.
So I get
Federal
that.
Holiday,
Holiday. So I kind of felt like.
And I was wondering why we didn't get it off.
We did not get it off. That's not part of
hell.
Yeah, I know. Bummer. But it was fine. I just knew that the stores would be a little busier because people were off.
I did not realize that. I just thought this is a really busy Thursday.
Yeah. So a couple things happened. First, I pulled into a parking spot. No one else seemed to be around me. I probably missed the SUV that was behind me. Yeah. And I just wanted to, fix my spot. And they were laying on their horn.
I hate that.
He started to open his door.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, oh, shit. So I pulled forward into another space, which I hate doing because I have a hatchback, or whatever.
And you can't open
you can't open it in case someone parks close to you. So I was like, I just sat there and kept my doors locked, and I was like, and then they left. But I don't know what they thought I was doing. I just accidentally missed them. Yeah. So I was like, okay, something's not aligning here. Yeah. Then I get into the store and I have to do this like blueprint, this project that we're doing. And I feel like I do a very good job keeping myself away from where customer flow would be.
Right.
Like just out of the
Stay
way.
to the side.
Because I do have to park and just kind of,
look around and map. Yeah.
So I'm in the cheese department and I feel like I moved up enough, but I think maybe something must have happened behind me that I didn't realize because I'm looking at my computer. Maybe something was, I don't know what it was. But all of a sudden I feel like a little boop, boop. And like I look over and a woman is basically running me over with her cart.
Oh my God. And just staring at you and
staring at me. And I go, use your words.
Oh.
I did. And she didn't say anything. She literally like kept going. Like, you are in my way. And she was mad. She was mad that I was in her way. And I was like, I thought I was over enough. And then I go to look again. I'm like, there was plenty of room. So it was just, I was annoying her.
Yeah.
So it was just weird. Then I went to go get a cart from the front of the store. And I don't think I was close to him, but the cart pusher thought that I was and was like, hey, get out of my way. And I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't see you. And he goes, yeah, I know. Like, Ron, I'm like, what is happening?
And the cart pushers, like,
what is happening?
They are usually not shy about, like, telling you to fucking move. You know what I mean?
I've never had that happen, though. So maybe it was just me.
I don't know.
So I sent you a message about all this, and what did you say?
I said, it's this damn heat.
Everyone's just hot.
Everyone's hot.
They're just miserable.
I hate when it's this hot.
Yeah, and you know what? I was kind of noticing that maybe that was the reason. Like, people just don't have the energy.
And tell me, the stores that we go into, have they not been freaking hot?
Oh,
Are
my
these stores trying to conserve on their electric bill or what is going on?
Because it is a little dim and it's hot.
Freaking hot in some of these stores.
Yes. You know, because I got in my car, so I always wear like, I layer.
Yeah.
I wear a t-shirt, a shirt, and then
Yeah.
I wear like just a light, because standing in by the coolers and stuff, sometimes it's cold,
Right.
And I get in my car and I'm like, was I sweating in there?
Yeah.
And I could smell it.
Yeah.
On the shirt that I was like sweating.
Yeah.
And hot.
Yeah. I've been putting up racks, right?
Yeah. Oh,
so I'm putting up these racks.
Thank you for that. And sorry.
I was like, bro, you are fired because this sucks. They're really actually not hard to put up.
No.
But it's a lot of small product that goes on it, right? Would you agree?
Yes, I agree.
And I'm just dripping sweat. And I got home so late today. I was going to take a shower before I came over here because I'm like, I stink.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
I was too.
I'm like, I got 20 minutes till I got a breather. I don't have time.
Oh my, I would have. I probably would have taken one too. Then you probably been like, on my way after I take a shower. I'm like, good idea.
Good.
Smelling my armpit. Well, and then I had to go to the dermatologist this morning to get my skin checked, and they did have to remove a spot. So I think I was nervous sweating.
Yeah.
Then I go into a store that's freaking hot.
Yeah.
78 degrees, 80 degrees when it's, there's no cool. There's nothing cool about going inside or outside.
Yeah.
So then I think it was just like a mix of.
I was like, do I need to go in the freezer? Anybody need anything from the freezer?
Yeah, anything. It's going to go stand in there.
And then the freezer's like a freaking ice skating rink because they leave the door open.
They do.
And it just drips and then
Yes,
it freezes.
oh my gosh.
I'm like, what are you guys trying to freaking kill me today?
I know. It's crazy. I'm getting pushed by customers. You're slipping in a freezer.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was slipping in my own sweat drippings on the floor.
Oh, man. Sometimes I take my clothes off. I'm like, woo, girl.
Yeah.
You got to do something.
Lumi
Lumi or something. Lumi's got to, they got to support us.
There's a smell in my armpit. Well, you know what?
It's
a lot of
weird.
times I'd hang dry my shirts too.
Oh, yeah.
And I put on this shirt and I go, is it me or is it this shirt that kind of smells like it like hung out in the washer for a day?
Oh,
you know?
no.
And I was like, Jenny, I'm like, smell it. She's like, yeah, it kind of smells like the basement, And I was like, all right, as long as it don't smell musty.
Right,
Must be my armpits.
Basement man.
It's me. I'm musty. Not the shirt.
I'm musty all summer. Musty Meredith.
Yeah.
It was Meredith with the musty. So,
Yeah.
most famous musicians ever. Might as well just end with that. Elvis is number one.
Yeah.
Mick
Jagger
revolutionized music by blending rock, country, blues, and gospel. Sold over 1 billion records globally.
He did do a lot of gospel music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who did you say?
Mick Jagger.
Let's see.
No.
It says an honorable mention. Oh, he's not on there.
Oh, wait. You know what? I should probably think of older artists.
I would say these are...
Who plays the guitar and sings the blues? The black guy that does the blues guitar. No, he's not on there either. Okay.
He is not.
Cool. B.B. King.
He is not on there,
That's what I
although
was
he
thinking.
should be because
B.B. King. Yeah, absolutely.
Wasn't he friends with Elvis? Didn't they meet? Didn't
I don't
Elvis used to
know.
play at his
Maybe.
place? So the next one is, everyone say something out loud that's listening. It's a band.
Nirvana.
Beatles.
Oh. That makes so much more sense.
I freaking love Nirvana. I don't like the Beatles.
You know what? I always loved the Beatles growing up, and I had added some of their albums to like my playlist. Every time it comes on, I'm like, nah, not the mood.
Same.
What is that?
So again, Steve loves them. Like
Yeah.
we'll go up to like Lake Geneva for some dinner, and if the Beatles are playing, I'm like, skip.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Why don't we like them?
And my sister-in-law loves Breakfast with the Beatles, so I think it's every Sunday morning on a radio station. She will sing and dance and listen to Breakfast with the Beatles. Can't do it.
I always liked them growing up, and for some reason, I just like, I don't know if it's too slow or too old or
I don't know.
Sometimes it gets real twangy.
Maybe I can't relate to a Little Submarine.
I don't know.
I don't know. Speaking of, it's been 2 years since Ocean Gate imploded.
Already?
2 years yesterday. Yes. It's been 2 years already. I was watching
Did you
something
see
on
Karen
Netflix
Reed
about.
got not guilty?
I did see that.
Bro. I was reading through the whole, because they've been in court since 2023.
Yes. Holy
shnikes.
Her officer boyfriend, right? Is that the same?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. There's some shisty shit going on.
Absolutely.
In that. I think on both sides.
I think they wanted her to be guilty, but she's not the fall guy this time. Interesting.
Yeah.
So the Beatles they have the most #1 hits ever, and they sold over 600 million albums.
I could see that.
So this is strange. I thought I was going to say.
Strange, is that a clue?
No.
Strange music. No.
Okay.
If you know what that is, you're cool.
Actually, maybe it is strange. It says The Queen.
Oh.
But I thought it was Queen with Freddie Mercury, but it says Michael Jackson. I don't know what that means by that.
The Queen, he was the king.
The king of pop. So I'm not sure why it says The Queen on there.
That's
GPT.
weird. Come on now.
I think that was wrong, but it threw me off because I thought they were talking about Queen, the band.
Yeah.
Which should be on here, but I don't see it.
Yeah.
So Michael Jackson, known as the king of pop, his album Thriller is still the best-selling album of all time. There's 70+ million sold.
Listen.
RIP, R.I.P.
I randomly hear it not at Halloween time. And I'm like, why are we listening
And guess what?
to this?
It's not one that I change.
No.
No.
Michael Jackson's not on my playlist. I always loved Michael Jackson. But he is not on my current playlist.
I only listen to Thriller.
Only Thriller.
Yeah.
That's
like
it.
Billie
the
Jean.
whole album? The whole album.
No,
is that
I'm
a
sorry.
whole album?
Well, yes. But if the song comes on, I will listen to Thriller.
Yeah.
All the other ones I probably will skip.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's because I remember being younger.
Yeah.
And my brother and I waited up till
the dance?
midnight. No, we waited up till midnight for MTV, I think it was. Or what was the other one?
VH1.
VH1.
Yeah.
To play it at midnight.
Yeah.
And so I have good memories with it. So when
Yeah.
it comes on, I remember just like trying to stay awake and I'm holding my eyes open, to watch this really cool, what was it, 9-minute video or where it was like
long.
beyond its time and all that. So I think
Yeah.
that might be why. He moonwalked into history. And he's been a global icon with unmatched fan frenzy.
I was going to say, that's probably another #1 impersonations of Michael Jackson.
Yes.
A lot of Michael Jackson impersonators.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people have a silver sparkly glove.
One glove.
One glove.
One glove.
Yep.
Was it the left
and the jacket,
or right hand?
red jacket.
Leather.
Left?
I don't remember what hand it was on.
Right or left? There's a lot. We're having a lot more questions than answers today.
Yes.
And I love it because
yes.
Okay, so a modern icon is a female.
Okay.
Just came out with a country album that people weren't super happy about. But who do you think that is?
Mother effing Beyonce.
Skip. So
I'd like to thank Beyonce for this podcast.
Over 200 million records sold.
Yeah.
And then it says, first black woman to headline Coachella and crushed it, it says.
Oh, okay. Well, good
cultural
for you,
icon,
Beyonce.
activist, and generational voice. So we went and saw her in concert up in Milwaukee, Julie and I, many years ago.
Yeah.
Had a great time.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But not since.
I'd rather go see Jay-Z. Sorry, Beyonce. I'd rather see Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And I know that'll be controversial because there's weird things about them, supposedly,
oh,
and
yeah,
the
of
Diddy
course.
stuff and whatever. And I don't care. I listen to him since I was like 8.
You can dig up something from everybody, including us, so who cares?
Don't, though.
No, don't. Yeah, no. Don't Google us. Honorable mentions, Bob Dylan.
Okay.
Poet of the 60s, Nobel Prize winner.
That's like
what was that song?
Anybody that makes fun of him, that's what they do.
Keep going. What song?
No,
Let me guess the song.
No, I'm not doing it. I don't even know. It wasn't even really a song.
Freddie Mercury. So there's the Queen.
Yeah.
Queen's front man. He had an opera-like voice and drama.
Yeah.
You got a song from them to sing?
No.
All right. Madonna.
I did love Madonna growing up.
I did not.
Like a virgin?
I didn't.
Come on.
No.
And then that one album she came out with, shit, I just had it in my head and I can't remember. But it probably came out in like the late 90s. Had like Take a Bow on. Not Take a Bow, that's Rihanna. But it was a song similar. It was a song. Anyways, but that album, like, oh my God, I was such like a teenager. And it was like, I could really understand that album. I felt it in my soul.
That's awesome.
Bedtime stories. That's what it was.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
What was the movie where they were searching for someone? The other girl looking for somebody or
Stop.
what movie is that?
I can't remember.
So it's a movie that I think they were like they were looking for someone, right?
Well, I think it was a lookalike of Madonna. Like it was a girl that looked just like Madonna. God, what the hell is it? It's Madonna
what movie is Madonna searching for someone?
The girl with something.
Everyone's yelling at their phones.
A League of Her Own was good. No, hold on. Come on.
Oh, ChatGPT is not telling me for once.
Why is she in so many movies that I didn't know? Arthur, she was in Arthur. Die Another Day. The Next Best Thing. League of Her Own, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Searching
Who's
for
that
Susan?
girl?
Searching.
Oh, we were thinking of way different ones.
Searching for Susan or something? What is that?
What is this one?
This is going to drive me crazy. And no, I am not editing this.
I don't know.
Who's that girl? Explain.
Dick Tracy. That was one of the best movies that she was in.
I did like Dick.
Yeah.
I don't remember what she did in that. But
no, see, I was thinking of Who's That Girl?
Searching for Susan?
Shanghai Surprise. A Certain Sacrifice. I don't know. Searching for Susan? Searching.
Someone that never watches movies trying to get.
Searching for Deborah. The Search for Bobby Fischer.
Oh, no.
Suddenly Susan?
Desperately Seeking Susan.
Desperately.
From 1985.
Good God.
What the heck just happened?
I don't know. We're losing it.
I'm not editing this because I don't care. I watched it over and over again in the beginning because I kept thinking that it would get better, and I could never finish that movie.
Did you just fall asleep and kept starting it over?
I think I just shut it off.
Well, let's try this again. Nope, still don't like the first 10 minutes.
It came out in 85. I have a feeling I was watching it in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But Desperately Seeking Susan. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you what it was about. No idea. Okay.
Well, obviously she was seeking somebody named Susan desperately.
Desperately. So that's.
I don't think I've ever seen that either, but I could be wrong.
I don't know.
I
feel like it was always on the TV.
Probably.
You know, it was one of those that they constantly.
Well, Madonna was like,
Madonna,
because she was so popular,
and the way that they
dressed,
dressed, everybody dressed like her.
Yeah.
It reminds me of The Wedding Singer, how the one girl always dresses like Madonna.
Yeah.
80s, you know.
Yeah.
With the side shirt with the shoulder out and whatever all the.
I like side shirts with shoulders out.
Oh, okay. Real quick.
Squirrel.
Oh God! Listen to this. Why am I this way? So it's very popular to have a cold shoulder shirt. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like a cutout of your shoulder. Yeah. I do not wear them. I don't like them. I think they look cute on others. I would never wear one. I was at a store and they were doing samples.
Okay.
And I started to walk up and I saw a woman sitting there with I didn't know it was a cold shoulder shirt. And I actually thought to myself, wow, how's she doing these samples without any arms? It literally looked like she had stubs.
Oh my God.
And I'm getting closer and I'm like, how did she set, in my mind.
Stop.
How did she set this up? Wow, that's incredible.
Like, wow, she used her feet.
And then I actually jumped when she went to go move something and her hand came out of like her shirt.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh my God,
but wait,
Meredith.
Why? Where was her hand?
I don't know. You know how when you see pictures online and they're like, I don't
Where's
know what this
arms?
where's their arms? Or like a dog with no head.
Yeah.
Or, you know, if you see a chicken, then you're smart.
Just
or
the
left
right
brain. Or
angle that you were looking at it looked like she had no arms.
I felt so bad for her. I was like, oh my God, this is the only thing she can do is samples. But how did she set up the table? Someone must have helped her. This is all the conversations going through my mind as I'm walking up to her. Not to get a sample, but because I was staring.
What is wrong with us?
What is wrong with me?
What is wrong with us?
I don't know why
I say us because I'm like, I was there with you. I wasn't, but I would have been.
Things. And I'm like, wow, this is really neat. But maybe she sells a lot. People feel bad. I mean, all of it was going through my head.
Stop.
And then I just like caught myself staring and then she moved her hand like to get something like, oh my God, it's a cold shoulder shirt. You idiot. Why am I this way? Why am I this way?
You thought like she just had shoulder stubs like coming out the holes?
Yeah, like at least to her elbow.
Stop.
It was a big colder, but
That is so funny.
I don't even know if she had like maybe black gloves on because she was touching food.
Oh.
So it all just mixed.
That
and it
is
looked
so
like she was
funny.
sitting there without anything lower than the elbow.
Oh my God.
It was, I'm
it.
a nut. I'm a nut.
That is so
I'm
funny.
going crazy.
I need you to like document that with a Snapchat next time.
You know what? Yes. Yes. I'll be like, look at this lady doing samples with
oh, wait, there's her hands. Oh my God, I'm an idiot.
Next time I'll take a picture. Can I take a picture? I couldn't believe it.
Oh, that's so great.
Last one, honorable mention, is Taylor Swift. 500 million monthly streams. Now we're going into, you know how
I get it.
I love how we're selling albums.
Right.
And now we're doing streams.
Right.
Record-breaking tours. And she's not done. So who knows where she'll land on this.
Yeah. Maybe she's like modern day Stevie Nicks. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
like
Fleetwood
we
Mac,
were like we felt powerful when Stevie Nicks would sing, you know?
Yeah.
And like that's how girls today feel about Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like Reba when she's like, "Come on, girls," and you're like, you could kick the door, right?
Or who's the other one? Shania Twain.
Shania Twain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's who it is that says that. Yeah. Yeah.
You could kick the door in.
Kick the door in. I don't fucking kick anything around me when she says, "Come on, girls."
Another one I've never watched
No?
or listened to, rather.
Yeah. I listened to a lot of 90s country when I was growing up, so.
You know, I did too, but I think it was more like Randy Travis.
Absolutely.
Garth
Alan
Brooks,
Jackson.
Alan Jackson.
Oh, my God.
Like, if someone puts that stuff on, I can listen to it. I know it.
And the
but-
thunder rolls. We had a whole episode about that.
We did. We're back to it. That was a few years ago.
Full
though,
circle.
so.
It's come full
Wow,
circle.
this was like a shit show.
Yeah, absolutely. It was
A
perfect.
Vegas shit show.
It was perfect for my
Vegas,
day
call
back.
us. We'll talk on stage forever about stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We'll make lots of people laugh.
You want to go over to anxiety and hear my running story real quick? Or do you got to go home and have some burgers?
No, let's go talk about
All
it. Let's
right.
go talk.
Talk to you next time.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.